I'm Dr. Hitesh Bhatia. Currently, I am heading the School of Business and Law in Navrachana University, Vadodara, Gujarat. Uh, uh, I come from academic background. I have got around 2 decades of experience in teaching, research, as well as administration, academic administration. I am a student of economics. I did my PhD in business economics, and managerial economics is my area of interest, right? So that is a brief about me. Uh,
Sir, like as you
yes.
said that you are in this field since very long time. So what is that one thing that holds you to this field?
The basically the energy, the energy that comes from the youth of uh, different generations. I can use the word generations because 20 years is a long time. I joined when I was hardly 21 in the teaching, and if you can believe, the gap between me and my student was hardly 2 years, because I was teaching at the third year level or a master's level. So hardly 1 or 2 years of gap was there between me and my student, and gradually that gap kept on widening. So today I am teaching to a student who is probably 10-15 years younger to me. So I have seen students across the ages, and that is what binds me to this profession. That is the energy that comes from the youngsters. Every year I get a new batch of very promising young students who motivate me to work hard for them. So I keep myself updated so that I can transfer that knowledge to my class, to my students. And Nikita, what I believe strongly, and that is what I tell to all my faculty colleagues also, that today knowledge is not the monopoly of a teacher. So, teacher is not the only person from where the student gets knowledge. Teacher is only a mediator. My job is only to connect the student with the knowledge which is available throughout the net, throughout the digital platforms today. And the COVID has taught us that it cannot be binded in a four walls of a classroom. So I am very glad that this keeps me charged up, and that is how I can serve my student community better,
That's
right? And
really
I can
great.
make a difference to their lives. Yeah.
Exactly. So, sir, like, what kind of programs are you handling at Navrachana University?
Right. So Navrachana University is a very young private university in Gujarat and very leading university. Across the university, we have 5 schools: engineering, School of Business, sciences, liberal arts, uh, architecture and design. So we have those schools, and each school has got some unique academic programs at UG and PG level, and also PhD for that matter. So I represent the School of Business and Law, and in School of Business and Law, we have primarily programs in management and law, legal education. So in management, we have BBA, that is an undergraduate program, MBA, that's a regular master's program, and we have executive MBA, that's a MBA program for the working professionals, which runs on the weekends. On the law or the legal education, we have 2 programs. One is BBA LLB, an integrated business law program of 5 years, and the other is the master's program, LLM. So likewise, we have got these 5 different programs, regular and one executive program in the School of Business and Law. We have got more than 650 students here. So we are one of the largest school in the Navrachana University at this point of time.
So, like, as you are also aware that so many institutes are providing these kind of courses, right? So, how will you say that Navrachana University, the courses that Navrachana University is providing, stands away from those colleges or institutes?
Yes, so there is a very conscious effort from our side, and the whole leadership philosophy that allows us to make the courses very contemporary, and which is related to the need of the society or industry particularly. For example, if I talk about the management courses, so we for many years now we have not taught from the textbooks, because the books are authored many years back. The things have changed, and the market and the management philosophy is changing very fast these days. So we can't depend on the old textbooks to deliver knowledge to our students. So as I told you, that COVID taught us about the digital opportunities, but actually we were doing it much before that also. So we were using a lot of information from the websites of the company, or from whatever available in the public domain, to bring it to the classroom. So we bring market to the classroom basically. We believe that like a science student or an engineering student has a laboratory, we have market as available. and we connect our students to the market. So our students are skill oriented and they are industry ready. So these kind of experiments we are allowed to do that in Navrachana University. So that makes our programs, academic programs, more realistic. So when somebody interacts with our student, we are very proud to see that the student is using the same keywords or is using the same vocabulary which our industry professionals are using. So that is what is the difference. That is what the uniqueness.
You say, like, according to the demand of the industry, so what kind of activities you are doing, to upskill the students and to prepare them
Right.
according to this industry
Right.
standards?
Yes. So Nikita, there are a lot of things. One is of course the teaching, of course the theory, of course the fundamentals of management or law for that matter. But more than that, it is the delivery, the pedagogy, the teaching methods. So every subject, for example, will have a lot of live projects. The students are required to go out in the market, go out in the field, collect a lot of data, visit commercial establishments, interact with real managers over there. So that is a very important facet. Then a lot of internships, multiple internships. Everybody is talking about internship now after the new education policy has highlighted it. But we are doing it since last 10 years. We were the first in this geography where 2 months full-time corporate internship was mandatory for a BBA student. They have to work like a regular employee. So we polish our student that way, that they go and work in the company as if they were the employees over there, right? So that internship and at different levels, first year, second year, and then third year, they have to do an industry related project where they work on a real life industry problem. And the university or the school plays a very crucial role in connecting the industry with the students. So we don't just leave the students ki jaake dekh lo kahan opportunity milti hai. We play a very important role in connecting them both, right? So all these things together. Then, for example, we have courses like soft skills, which are very mandatory courses, and they have to so it is not just for the sake of teaching soft skills, because then these courses help them to perform better when they go to the industry. And these things ultimately they are culminating into a pre-placement offer, for example, right? So there is a purpose for everything that is being taught or done in the School of Business and Law. So that makes a lot of difference, and that gives that confidence to the students.
So, sir, if I understood it correctly, so the students who are pursuing BBA at Navrachana University, so they are very well prepared so that they can opt for job directly after BBA if they don't want to pursue higher studies, right?
So there are three things. A BBA student, for example, we have three objectives for us. We have set objectives for our own understanding. That either we are preparing the student to go for a placement, to be absorbed in an industry. So second, we want our students to go for self-business or startup or join a family business, for example. So we work with the student in those 3 years to make him an entrepreneur, for example. And the third is to make him desirable and eligible for a top higher education degree, either in India or abroad. So every student who joins BBA at Navrachana University in our school, we see that out of these three, one, we should be able to make him ready for one, right? So either he joins a family business or starts his own business, or he goes for a placement from our school, or then we make him ready for a higher education degree, right? So this is how we work with the student. And we have seen that nowadays there is a lot of shift in terms from higher education to placements. That students are at BBA are also looking forward to get a job, a suitable job, because they want to take that first-hand experience of industry. And then they might take a break of 2 years and go for their masters later. So we guide them, we help them accordingly.
Lastly, what advice would you like to give to the aspiring youth?
So I would just say that there is a lot of opportunities. Unimaginable opportunities are there in front of the students today in terms of courses, in terms of colleges, everything. But then student has to be very alert about what they want to do. They have to be well read about the socio-economic, political situations changing around them. The student should not be very carefree. It is very high time that our youth becomes much more serious about the career goals. and they should start preparing it from the school level itself. By the time they select their program, they select their college, they should be very clear what they want to do. I know it's a very nascent age and everybody may not have that clarity, but at least they should be well read about what is going on, what are the trends, where the economy is moving. And not only students, I say that India itself is at an edge today, that the world is in crisis, you see around. And because I am a student of economics, I can relate it to that India is the only economy which has that potential to grow. And how will the economy grow? When our youth is ready to take the responsibility, right? So whatever the interest they have, whichever area they have interest, they should read more about it. They should keep themselves aware about it, and then explore the opportunities in that area, right? So that is my view on that.
That was a very wonderful advice, sir. It was great talking to you. Thank you so much.